gentlemen, welcome to the Sportsman Show. I am your host, Joe Musel, and hey,
fresh from a track meet.
Yeah, my co-host is fresh from a track meet. Don't worry, he didn't run around too much, but he's fresh from one.
No. I guess I can say what I did was for everybody what I do in track and field. I'm a judge, raker, and measurer for long and triple jump, but I do the judging all the way through the conference tournament. After that, we let the professionals do the judging, and I do all the raking in the tournaments and state open, sometimes New England's. But we want to thank everybody for waiting for us to come waiting for me to come home, because we were like, yup, at least we don't have to get up early in the morning. So that's why we agreed.
No, none of us have to get up early in the morning. I got my second COVID shot at noon at Reginald Field.
Senior day.
No problem.
Cromwell.
So you got senior day. That sounds good. That sounds like fun.
Yes, it is. Well, high school spring sports are starting to
come to the end.
Track next week for all you high school track people. We have a conference tournament that's going to be held at Bristol Central. There's going to be 8 teams. I will tell you right now, yes, we know about the mask. If you're 3 feet apart, the masks did come off the other day, but Tuesday you will be wearing your mask, because you got 8 teams and there's probably a ton of athletes who are going to be on the field. So mask up Tuesday. Please.
Okay.
It's very important.
I know restaurants are starting to become relaxed a little bit more on the mask and stuff like that, but just be careful out there, folks.
It's the out of town now, out of the city stuff. But I'm so happy we're under 1%, so I am very happy about how it's going the last 2 days.
Yeah, it's going pretty well. Just be careful. Still,
be careful out there, folks. Like we said, let's just be careful. And if you're going to the track meet, you will need to wear a mask, because me and the coaches have already agreed already we are going to have to do it. There's no choice. We may sweat, but hey, it's understandable. So
it's going to be warm tomorrow. It's going to be warm on Saturday.
Tuesday at least it's going to be a little bit nicer.
Cooler. Yeah, it's going to be cooler.
So, but anyway, today we're starting with baseball, because I want my partner to talk about the 6th no-hitter, which I can't believe there's been 6 no-hitters already with baseball this year.
Yes.
But I'm going to let my New York Yankees fan talk about Corey Kluber, who deserves a lot of props right now. So, Joe, take it.
All right. Corey Kluber no-hits the Texas Rangers, who got their second no-no to them this year. So, but Corey Kluber, 2-time Cy Young Award winner, and he looked very dominant. Yes, he did get a couple good ground balls to second base, and Urshela bailed him out on a couple of balls, and the defense did help a little. But he got all 27 outs, and
he had one walk, right? He had
one walk. One walk from the perfect game.
Early in the game, right? It was early in the game he got the walk?
It was the 4th inning, I think it was.
4th inning? Okay.
Well, that walk should have been a strikeout, because if you looked on the grid, those balls were in the strike zone. And the ump went, oh, those are balls. And so that should have been a perfect game instead of a no.
There have been a couple of them who have come close. We had one who lost it because of a wild pitch, I think in the 9th inning.
Yep.
And then we had one other one who had one had a strikeout but safe at first base. Right?
Yeah. Well, the New York Yankees have come out of their shell a little bit for the past week, and they're doing it with pitching. I mean, their last game against the Rangers, they won the game 0-2. They only scored 2 runs, but their pitching staff gave up no runs, and it's always a better way to win with pitching than trying to hit the ball. It's always better to do that. If you have the pitching, you're always going to be in the game. If you're trying to hit the home runs and stuff, it's harder. It's a harder game. But hats off to Corey Kluber. Hopefully he continues this hot streak for himself. And nice. It hasn't been since '99 since the Yankees have had a no. So it's been a while.
I have to ask you something. With the
Yes.
no hitters this year, has it been a surprise that there have already been 6 and it's only May 21st?
Yes, that's been a surprise that it's been 6. I mean, what would we have, like 2 or 3?
2 or 3 all last year.
Last year.
About this time by now, we only really have 2 or 3.
Yeah. Well, the bats have been weaker this year. I mean, maybe they didn't juice the balls like they did a couple of years ago, and they said they didn't.
We got some players though that are hitting home runs. Though we got a couple who have about 10 or 11, but no, they're not really juicing the ball too much.
Well, they said they made the baseball a little bit different a couple of years ago, then they didn't tell anybody.
Naturally.
And naturally they didn't tell anybody, but it seemed to have a big effect on the hitting part of the
Yup.
This year the pitcher is actually the bigger star. So
Agreed.
I don't know if I'm all for a good game. I don't mind a 4-2 game if the pitching is hot and it's interesting pitching. Like Corey.
How do you feel though? I have to ask this.
Yep.
If you're a Texas Rangers fan right now, and you've had to go through this twice already this year, does it feel like you've been embarrassed, or you've just been outplayed?
Well, Texas Rangers are at least 5 games below 500 now.
Yeah, and they got no hit by the San Diego Padres first before this week.
Well, if you check out the San Diego Padres in the division with San Francisco, you see they're doing very well. They're only back like 1 game and that.
Yeah, because the Dodgers have been struggling after they got off to a good start, and then they tailed, and San Diego was tailing too, and now San Diego's been playing better for not
Remember, San Diego went out and got some pitching and really boosted their roster. They're all in this year.
Finally got what they wanted.
Yep.
They finally got what their wish was for. So.
San Francisco's been surprising out west, the way there. But back to the Rangers, yeah, it is a little bit embarrassing to not get a major league hit in a game. And to do that twice, and you're 50 games into the season, so technically you may have to do that again. So
we're going to have to look that up. I'm not looking that stat up now, but I will in the future. But I'm going to have to look up if it happens to a team 3 times in a season.
that would be, but they got a chance to do that.
Yes, they do, and you hope it doesn't happen to them. But yeah, that blew off my mind with Texas. But but what do we know about them? I mean, they've been embarrassed twice at their own ballpark.
Yeah.
By the way, not on the road.
At home.
For the Red Sox side.
Yeah, you can talk about the Red Sox.
We're struggling a little bit. We know that, but I do have to tell you, we're still playing okay. I mean, yes, we're playing against the Philadelphia Phillies this weekend. Yes, we are a Fox national game tomorrow night, since Fox started to kick in their season. Yep, they're going to be on TV now for the next month and a half. We need to play smart. Very, very, very simple. You don't want to do anything dumb right now, but you know it's going to be a struggle being for first place. We know that. Okay.
Well, with the Tampa Bay coming into their own and only being a half game back too, that division has come alive again.
Yes, I agree.
If you check out the Central Division, that's where it's struggling a lot.
Chicago White Sox are the only team that's double digits over 500.
Yeah, so
But on the bright side, Kansas City's playing much better ball, though. At least they look better than they have before. 20-22, yes, but 6 games back. But we'll take that, Joe, because if you're Minnesota is the disappointing team right now. I'm sorry.
That's true. After having maybe 3 years of success for Minnesota, they were at the top of the division in the playoffs and stuff.
That's Rocco Baldelli for you, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's fallen off a little bit.
But plenty of time left. But I would think Minnesota would have been better at that point. Another team, the Angels, I found out Mike Trout is out 6 to 8 weeks. Ouch.
Yeah, Mike Trout. I'll comment on him later, but
okay,
I've made comments.
That's fine. You can wait for it on. No, well, you know what, Joe? You may have to comment him about that next week, though. You may have to do that just in case if we have to do what we have to do again. So
take a break, maybe, or maybe not. But
we can talk about Albert Pujols, though, in his new home with the Dodgers.
Yeah, I know they did a picture of all 4 of their MVP winners on a poster. And how much does Albert Pujols have in the tank?
Well, he signed for the rest of the season. It was not a full 1-year contract. It was just for the rest of the season, and he played and he hit a home run.
Yeah.
Okay, he's got 661 home runs. No, he's not going to catch Barry Bonds. I don't think it's happening.
No, I don't think so either. He's not even going to catch Babe Ruth or Hank Aaron because they need 718 to do that, and he's only 601.
I don't see it. It all depends on how he does the rest of the season. Remember, he can't be a DH because he's now in a National League ballpark.
Yep.
Except he's playing in the American League, then guess what? Then you can go ahead and be the DH.
Yeah.
Instead of the pitcher. So, but yeah, but there's other teams that, the National League, I haven't really been following it too much, but
Well, the Mets are on top of the Central, not the Central, the East.
Yeah, the East, but doesn't it look? Is it weak?
Well, the Mets are only 2 games above 500, and they're on top of that division. So.
Oh God, who's the next team up? Down.
I think it is the Phillies, and then it goes Atlanta and stuff. Atlanta's dropped off after having a couple good seasons, but yeah, their pitching staff has been. They sold a couple pieces and stuff, and it's not really there anymore.
Yup, I gotcha. Washington, I don't know. They just haven't. Well, they won a World Series. I'm happy for them, but ever since it was to be a struggle. So but I think we got baseball covered. I think we spent.
I think so too. Yeah, we got baseball covered.
That's why I wanted to start with you first, because you had every right to. When you get a no-hitter,
Yankees.
You have every right. You have every right.
Yeah.
So I'll let you talk again. Since the NBA started their play-in tournaments, I've heard some mixed reviews about it. It's 50-50. I'm not a big fan of it.
Well, all right. They did the play-in tournament. They did the play-in tournaments. I was trying to not be too harsh on this.
Well, this is your chance, so go ahead and say it.
This is the first time doing this play-in tournament, and they got lucky. For the West play-in tournaments, they got lucky. With Golden State and the Lakers playing in the first games. I heard
that's been a good series, despite it's only going to be 2 out of 3. Excuse you.
Yep. Okay. No, that's not 2 out of 3.
What is it? One game and done.
One game and done.
And Golden State beat the Lakers.
No, Lakers won over the Golden State. LeBron hit a 3-pointer at the buzzer.
Oh, it's another one.
Yep. But
show us what you got, LeBron. If you think you got another title to win.
I got a frog in my throat.
No, well, that's okay. It's only 8:06, so we're good.
Okay, but the play-in tournament. As I was saying, they did get lucky. with that first game because that drew fans to that game. L.A. Golden State, the rivalry continues between LeBron, Steph going for an MVP. LeBron's trying to prove that he's still worthy
I
of
don't
an
know if
MVP
Curry's going to get it
trophy.
though. That's my problem because they're going to say you have to go deep into the playoffs to probably get it, and I don't
Remember,
know.
MVP is regular
The
season
season,
in
right? But
baseball.
remember, you know how the media is; they like to do something pretty wacky.
Yeah, but Steph should probably because without Steph on the Golden State Warriors,
They wouldn't be where they were.
they'd be dead last and gone. But
Don't worry, Steve Kerr's not leaving anytime soon. So
uh, um, that wouldn't be totally his fault, anyways.
no,
Um, but they got lucky. The play-in tournament got lucky with that matchup. The other matchups, Boston versus the Washington. Jason Tatum had a nice 50-point game against Washington, and Boston actually came together and actually played
for one game.
basketball. They won a game, actually dominating fashion with
Now you play 4 out of 7. Now you get into the real tournament.
now we play Brooklyn and the Nets.
Oh no! Here we go, social media team.
Yeah, but and prima donnas on their team. So
yeah, at least 4 of them.
I think the Celtics. Hopefully, they take a couple games. I don't see them winning the full series in that series, but on the other play-in games, the Pacers and the Hornets. I mean, that was an okay game, and was it really thrilling without the Golden State and the Lakers out west? That play-in game wouldn't get too much airtime, with fans and stuff without LeBron, without AD, without Steph. That game doesn't get as much ratings. And, it was a good try to make the regular season count a little bit more than, you tanking and stuff like that. But they got lucky a little bit. I would say that was a little bit luck that the Lakers were actually playing in that play-in games.
Yep.
So other than that, the playoffs are pretty much set right now for the NBA. They kick off tomorrow on Saturday. The Boston and the Nets. If we can take 2 games from Boston, I know Jaylen Brown is injured and he won't be in the playoffs or anything. That's really hurts the Celtics. But if Marcus Smart picks up his game and plays some really good defense like he always does, if Kemba Walker can wake up a little bit and come back to maybe 85% what Kemba Walker used to play like,
yep.
I say, they can take a couple games. The Knicks against Atlanta, not a too bad of a 4 and 5 matchup. The Knicks having home court advantage should win that series against Atlanta. So, yep. The nice series against the Bucks and the Miami Heat. They should be a nice rematch of I believe it was the Eastern semifinals last year in the bubble. But it would be payback for Giannis for losing in that round to the Heat. So that's another intriguing matchup. So, yeah, well, I mean, the NBA is pretty good.
They're ready to go and probably going to have more fans in the building.
Yeah, more fans. They're not in a bubble this time. Home court advantage is going to be pretty huge.
I think it's going to get more huge as the playoffs go deeper. Don't be surprised if you see full capacity crowds come for the finals, possibly.
Yeah, probably. But the NBA's looking good right now. They're looking good.
Yep. All right. So I guess this is my hockey time.
Hockey
Since we did
time.
pretty good. Before I
Hockey.
start mentioning about the playoffs, they did come down about Canada. In order for people to cross the U.S. border,
Yep.
75% have to be back in the country. Canada has to be vaccinated.
Oh, jeez.
There was a report. Yeah. So I don't think the Toronto Blue Jays are going to Toronto anytime soon.
Yep.
Unfortunately, they now make their home in Buffalo, New York. And now we have a new problem. We have 10 days, no, 11, 10 days from now about if the NHL is going to let a Canadian team travel to the United States, or are we going to have to put them in a bubble house, or are we going to make a team from the U.S. come to Canada? I have no idea what's going on in that. I hope we don't have to declare whoever wins the Canadian division, you win a mini cup, and then the U.S. teams go to a Stanley Cup Finals, which wouldn't be fair anyway. I found this out the other day, but I had to read about it. I said, oh boy, because you have to feel bad for these Canadian teams, because you got to remember, yes, in the National Hockey League with the playoffs, we've got Raleigh, North Carolina, who had 12,000 fans in their building the other night. We have Boston right now, who has 6,000. I think the Islanders have 6,000. So some teams are really going out, but you have to feel so bad. In the country of Canada, you have no fan. You're not going to have any fans in the building whatsoever. And it looks well. One province of Montreal, Quebec, has said for if we get to a game 6 between Toronto and Montreal, they said, and they are the first province to do this. They will allow 22,500 fans in Montreal, but they're going to have to really be socially distanced. It sounds like to me, Joe, that Canada is not well prepped right now, and basically they are still in social distancing everything right now if they're still having trouble trying to vaccinate people, and it's not a good sign.
No, that's not a good sign. Canada has been our neighbor for a long time.
Forever. But this is and what was everybody thinking when they thought, yes, it was getting better, that they were going to lift the rule on coming to the border? But it's been 15 months now.
Yep.
How much longer is this going to go? I mean, I've not seen a statement from the NHL or anything like that. Let me see if there's anything I can find here.
No, there's probably nothing new.
No, new
right
U.S.
now.
border not opening to Canada. And let me see. Yeah, they've been fighting over it. U.S., Mexico, Canada extend border restrictions. Have agreed to extend their non-essential travel. Okay. Yeah, it says not opening up anytime soon. Yeah, U.S. Canada border restrictions now extended to June 21st.
Okay.
So I don't like it. It's not too good. That's the worst of it. Other things, and by the way, the playoffs have been outstanding so far. Right now, in front of me while I'm doing the show, Nashville and Carolina are tied 2-2 in the second period. That series is 2-0 Carolina. The Bruins are up 2-1 on Washington. That's 1-0 late in the second period. Florida and Tampa Bay have been very nasty in the first round, which doesn't surprise me. I kind of knew this was going to happen. Game 1 was 5-4. Game 2 is 3-1. Game 3 the other night, 6-5 in overtime. So we've got goal scoring like you wouldn't believe. Las Vegas is up 2-1. Colorado's up 2-0. The only bad thing is not if Kadri had a possible in-person hearing, which for any of you who don't know what that means, he is automatically going to get a 6-game suspension at least. I have not heard anything what the suspension is. He's obviously right now suspended indefinitely, so he's going to miss tonight's game.
Yep.
But from what he did, unfortunately, he took to Justin Folk and he really popped him in the head. And the referees were like, yeah, I don't think so. He got an 5-minute major, and it was a pretty quick ejection. Then we had Jonathan Tavares got hurt last night, a knee to the face, knee to the head. But that wasn't intentional. I saw the replay. That was pretty, not too bad, but it wasn't that much of a roughhousing situation. Unfortunately, they had a fight, but that was not on purpose whatsoever. So, but I'm impressed so far. Hopefully we'll keep it up. Hopefully the playoffs for hockey and basketball. I think basketball will probably end no later than July 22nd, which is going to be interesting for the Olympics if we still have it. I'm still hearing fights about it still.
Yeah, that's still. We'll talk about that.
Hockey. Well, no, I won't talk. We won't talk about that this week. Hockey's supposed to go. The latest is July 15th. Still, that's still their deadline.
Yep.
So, but we don't have anybody who's zonked in the NHL. Well, no, we do have one who's on the protocol list, but it hasn't made the whole team zonked yet. And please, we hope that we don't have to stop a team with the pause, because this time around, the league is not going to fart around.
Yeah.
You may have to tell them, look, you might be quarantining. The rest of the team better be very careful, because you're still being tested regardless, even though it's getting better.
All right.
Have to remember that. So, but yeah, there'll be more action when I talk about that next week. I don't want to have to spend too much time about the suspension on Kadri. I saw the replay of it, but it was gruesome, but nowhere near where, but we'll see if we get it. If you may hear a decision tonight before we're off the air. So I have been checking very often. So, but
Good
okay,
to know.
I've got my hockey outtake.
You got your hockey out.
So, all right. So we need to do horse racing, because at least now the good news is we don't have to worry about a Triple Crown winner with controversy involved. So Joe, take it away.
Who won the other one?
Preakness.
Preakness.
All right, hold on. I'm glad.
Yeah. So no Triple Crown. We don't know if he's even going to get the Kentucky Derby yet.
It was Rombauer who won it, by the way.
Yeah.
Rombauer. Yeah, so Spirit Medina finished third. They've already banned, I think they might have banned the horse already for the Belmont. I don't think they're going to let him go. No, and I think Bob Baffert's already been told he's not allowed to come to New York. So that's already been taken care of. So, but I'm so glad though that we did not have to see this happen, because if he won the race, controversy will even get higher.
Yeah.
And he still may lose the Kentucky Derby, because this sample may take up to 6 months.
Oh, jeez.
Yup.
Over a horse.
Go figure. And it's not the first rodeo that Bob Baffert's been involved with something like this.
Well, there is a lot of money on the line. I mean,
yeah. So these poor people who bet on this horse still doesn't have a clue if you're gonna. It's like, yeah, you got that OTB ticket and you got first place. Great. You may be dropped. Be disqualified, and you may not get anything.
Yeah. You may not, but there's a lot of money. If you win the Triple Crown and you're that horse, you get rights to breeding your horse. And it's up to like $10 million, $10 to $15 million.
I believe it's $1 million. I think it's $1 million for the first victory. I think you hit $3 million if you get 2, and I think it's $5 million if you hit the third, and then it's $1 million bonus.
Well, they get 10 to 15 million just to breed after that, just to try to make another horse.
Yeah, and of course, it's a horse race that lasts no more than 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It's the greatest racing in sports. It's a 2-minute horse race.
But that's why these trainers do these things. I mean, just winning a couple races, put your horse at a good breeding thing, at a good breeding level, I guess. And that's what they're hoping for. That's what they're looking for. To breed their horse after. I mean, if you can get $1 million to have your horse breed with the other horse to potentially make another horse to win another, maybe 7 years from now, be ready for the race, a Kentucky Derby. I mean, that's what's on the line. I mean, if you win a Triple Crown, your horse is worth $15 million
The
a
horse is
per.
good for life if you win the Triple Crown.
Yeah, I mean,
And you
you're
know
set
what?
for
And
life too.
it's still great that this horse, ever since was the last one who won it, he's having a great time being in his stable while the jockeys are enjoying the paychecks.
Well, jockeys don't get as much as you would think.
Oh, he should.
The horse actually makes more money than the jockey. It's like the uh the caddy for a
Oh,
golfer. For a
yeah.
golfer doesn't make too much.
No, he gets about
Something.
20% if you're lucky.
Yeah, but he makes something. So in this case, the golfer's the horse and the caddy's the rider. It's all about the horse, Coachy. It's all about it.
Mm-hmm.
It is. And if you can get him up to that breeding level of $15 million per, just to try to make a young horse, you're getting $15 million, to just breed for some kind of future horse. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, Koji.
Yep.
I mean, that's like taking your dog and having him breed with another dog and make a super dog.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, we got puppies.
All of a sudden, you got puppies or bears. Either way,
even kittens. So,
but you could sell those kittens and stuff like that for like $5 million a pop or something. Here's a super kitten, and it flies around your house or something.
Yeah, like yeah. Just get the cat or dog a cape.
Yeah, but that's what it's about. The horse racing. It's not totally about the racing. It is, but it's about the breeding after and the breeding rights to these horses.
Yup, absolutely. So, all right,
we horse racing.
We covered horse racing, but we wanted to get it out of the way because just in case if the controversy started up after 2 wins, we would be, get ready to hear it for the next 3 weeks. But that is all moot point now.
Yep, it's all over. All right, so we got still another 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Left the show.
All right, I guess we can discuss about what the plans are for how football's coming along with the free agents now, because now you got a bunch of players like dead weight players just signing so then they can get released at training camp.
Yeah, or they have a certain shot at making a team, making a 53-man roster plus the scrimmage guys. They can make that. Football's looking pretty good this year. Let's see, everybody's pretty happy about 17 games and having shorter preseason games, only 3 of them. Yeah. So you're going to get the first game, probably all your rookies and stuff like that are going to be playing. And the second game's going to be like your starters for the first 2 quarters. And the last game's going to be exactly the same of all your rookies again.
And remember, too, that the preseason is only 3 games this year, not 4.
That's what I just explained.
Okay. All right.
But it is 3. Okay, I never really kept good eye on the preseason, but
I don't either. But sometimes you kind of, not for the professionals, but for the rookies, how they look and which players will surprise you.
Well, that's because you play fantasy football and stuff like that. You want to see what.
No, I've actually done it, Joe, even without fantasy football before. I've done that too.
Sure. You want to own those players. I own him. He's on my fantasy team.
Yeah, it's my fantasy team. It's like right now playing fantasy hockey with two different leagues. And actually, I'm doing okay in both of them right now. So
doing okay. I'm gonna get $24.
I didn't get the $24. This is a free one. One league, I'm in second place right now. I was in last place the first 2 days. Now I moved up to second. And then the other league, I went from 52nd to 38th. So it's not too bad moving up. And I've got a full lineup tonight. So.
All right.
So I got it. So while we're doing the show, I'm keeping tabs to see where I stand right now. So
yeah.
But yeah, there have been most of these players who have been signing have been the 4th round draft picks. We've only had one 1st round draft pick signed so far.
I'm sure Trevor Lawrence is going to sign. He
signed.
signed.
Oh yeah,
signed
absolutely.
right off the bat. So
yeah, but don't wait too long though. I mean, the draft it's now been a month since
I think Mac Jones has signed with the Patriots.
Oh, did he? I know the Patriots have been signing They've got too many quarterbacks on their team now.
Yeah, they got like 12 quarterbacks, but they're only going to keep 3. Hopefully,
yeah, I know it's going to be. It's going to be
Cam, Mac Jones,
and we re-signed Bobby Hoyer to another year.
Yeah, Bobby Hoyer.
Oh boy, here we go. So we got another veteran on the team. We got Newton, who knows if you don't play it right, you're going to get benched. As much as he signed for so much of a contract.
Well, he signed for 1 year, $14 million. So
yeah, that's still and the Belichick's going to say you're not writing my bench for $14 million. I can already see where this is going.
That's true, but hopefully Cam, with the weapons that we picked up in free agents, does well.
We forgot to mention week 1 when the Jets play the Carolina Panthers and Sam Darnold, that's going to be his revenge game.
You mean the Jets?
Yes, they're playing at Carolina.
You said the Giants.
Oh, sorry. The Jets are at Carolina, and Sam Darnold is going to have every which way to have some revenge on that team. After I think the Jets treated him pretty poorly.
I think so, too. They didn't. Quarterbacks need stability to flourish, to grow.
Yeah, so what are you going to do? The Jets are threw in another rookie quarterback to sign. Great. Yep. How long before he gets pounded and he gets thrown off the team in 2 years?
No, I'm happy to be a Patriots fan and beat up on some Jets.
Yes, I know, but we don't want to lose to the Jets either. Just remember that.
No, we're not going to lose to the Jets.
And I have also seen around too with football that I saw Antonio Brown has to pass a physical in order to be on the team this year. I saw that. And then, of course, he's being sued by another person now.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Truck driver. Great.
Yep.
But I think if they can keep this up, we'll see. At least everything has died down, but a lot of 4th round draft picks I've seen have been signed.
Yeah. Signing has been pretty good. I'm not sure if they're getting the walk-ons as much as they usually do.
Mm-hmm. So no, I don't think so.
That's why they're actually signing the players that they actually picked.
Yeah, well, that's been happening the last couple of years, which is a lot better than after you just throw on a walk-on. You haven't played in 2-3 years. You make the team. You sit on the bench. You play special teams.
Well, there's been a lot of good walk-ons and stuff like that. I forgot this couple. I think Odell Beckham was a walk-on.
Odell. Don't get me going about Odell Beckham. I think this is his last chance. If he doesn't do anything smart, if he does something stupid this year, don't be surprised if the Browns get rid of him.
Yeah, he may end up being a Patriot. I'm not sure.
I hope not.
That may happen.
We tried it with Antonio Brown, and it absolutely stunk, and I knew it.
Well,
after one game, ugh.
He did pretty good in Tampa for a couple of games.
Yeah, I know, but still, he knows he's on thin ice. He knows if he makes one mistake or gets in trouble with the law one time, Ariel's not going to have any of it.
Yeah,
get rid of him real quick.
That's true.
So but yeah. So anyway, with summer coming around, of course, it's happy to see the French Open's coming back on May 30th in a normal season. You got the PGA Championship going on. I just read Phil Mickelson is tied for the lead. I said, wow.
Well, Phil's been out of the limelight for a couple.
He's been out of
times.
the spotlight, yes, but it's great that he's actually going to be in the final pair tomorrow.
I've heard Tiger's been making a pretty good health
They
wise
want
coming
him.
up.
They want him for the Ryder Cup as an assistant coach
Yeah.
in a golf cart.
Yep. So
So I've
hopefully
already
he gets back to doing something with golf. If he becomes a coach or something, that's fine.
that's what I think they want him to be an assistant coach. You
Yep.
know what? That'll be very good for the game because it'll make all the golfers feel, you know what, Tiger Woods, he had that nasty accident and if he looks really good on that golf cart, a lot of people are going to look at him and say, "Hi, we're so happy to see you."
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And I'm not, and I'm all kudos for it. I mean, I know Tiger's gone through a hectic career in a way. So
It's not the storybook ending of a great player. I mean, Tiger Woods was at his peak, there was nobody beating him. But we got a entry level.
yeah, no, my aunt just took a peek. I think she wanted to make sure that I brought the flag in, and I did.
Yeah.
Oh, they had no idea we were doing a show.
Oh, they had no idea. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't. I thought we were going to go a whole episode. They didn't know what I was doing. They didn't hear my voice and saying like, "Oh, what are you screaming at the TV for?" But now she knows. That's why she took a quick peek.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Ah.
You're getting Paige.
Oh, never mind. I see what you're doing. No, you can't do it, doggy.
The dog is in here.
No, the dog doesn't want to get a pill.
No. The dog doesn't want to get a pill.
That's why I opened the door and I heard my aunt say, "You brat." I'm like, huh? So I had to open the door that quick. So
Yep.
Anyway, we got 10 minutes left.
Yeah, we got about 14, but
14. Okay, I know we've covered everything already.
We've covered pretty good. What other things we got going on?
Well, let's see. Well, I don't want to there. I actually have to tell you, I did see somebody at my store. One of the people who works at Little League, unfortunately, they have lost a lot of employees.
Really?
Yeah, it looks like the souvenir store isn't going to be open or anything like that. I don't know if they're opening the food kitchen, the food pantry or anything like that over there where you get your food. It sounds like they're going to be really, really strict.
Yeah.
They're only allowing parents and stuff. So from what I heard, I believe they've either laid off people or they're not returning back at all. So that means we may be seeing new faces next year. I know we're going to be open next year, but still, it's going to feel really, really weird, and we can't even go to it.
Yeah, I know. We'll be watching it. They are going to air it on ESPN, right?
Yeah, I would think they would. No, they may not air it all to start until they hit the semifinals.
Oh, really? Because they showed all the games before.
That's ESPN Plus, though. That might be ESPN Plus.
Oh, ESPN Plus, same thing.
Yeah, well, don't remember ESPN Plus. You have to pay $5 a month. So
no, if you get the Hulu plus Disney Channel plus ESPN Plus, it's only $12.99.
We'll see if I wind up getting it in case for next hockey season since they're moving out of NBC anyway. So
yeah.
But you also coming up, I guess the Indianapolis 500's coming up next weekend, so that should be always fun. The 105th running.
Yeah.
You also have coming up what we got? College baseball and softball, college softball. I think is almost getting ready for the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
College baseball is getting ready to get into their tournaments. Lacrosse tomorrow has games. I think you win these games, you get ready to play the Final Four next weekend, which I've always enjoyed watching lacrosse on TV. Now I got intrigued watching it a couple of years ago at the high school, and I got to tell you, the ladies, you're not allowed to do any hitting or anything like that. No hitting across the face. You get a 2-minute penalty.
Yeah.
Or the guys, they love their contact, but sometimes it goes a little bit too far that they decide, oh yeah, we have to flag you for a penalty. And it's never fun when I got to come out of the golf cart and say, who's going to be coming in my box?
Yeah, you're in the box. And
Oh
they,
no, well, it's like, what is it? The other day I had a girls lacrosse game. I did Bristol Central against Suffield, and we had. It was funny. One player from each team had wore number 19 had a penalty each.
yep,
One had a stick across near the face, and this person ran right over to me and says, "Welcome to my box. You have 2 minutes. You come out at a certain time. You do not leave until I say full strength."
yep,
And then the other one for Central, same thing. I told her the same rule. She left about maybe a second too early, and I'm like, "Don't start doing this baloney. I'm
yep.
telling you, we will add more time to your penalty if you want to leave. If you want to leave the box early, believe me, I'm very good at telling the referees and giving the coaches warnings. I'm
Yep.
not gonna take it for granted with something like that."
Well, I've always enjoyed CCSU's lacrosse games, watching them from a Roots stadium where we watch the football. They also
Yeah,
play lacrosse there.
yeah. I need to see. I actually would like to see one of those college games to see how it looks. To see how
It's great.
it's a different. I want to see a different brand of how the officials do the game calling it, because I know they take it more serious and you actually have like a 90-second shot clock.
Yeah. Well, you can't watch this year. It was only not.
Was it family only? Was it family only?
I think it was family only or something like that.
Well, they
Well,
did allow fans for the NCAA tournament. They did up the capacity a little bit.
yeah,
Not much, but
yeah,
some.
but I missed actually going.
Yeah, I would like to actually go to one of those next year if I don't have a game. I would like to see a lacrosse game up there and see how it looks.
Yeah, well, it looks pretty good. The lacrosse is becoming a more popular sport. It is hockey with a
Not on ice.
not on ice. Yeah, it is throwing the ball around. That takes skill to actually catch that tiny ball
Mm-hmm.
in that stick. That's pretty cool.
Yup.
So,
And it's funny because every time I see a flag come out, the first thing I say, "Oh, we have a delay penalty call." I get out of the golf cart. I have to watch to see what's going on. And I
yeah,
have to call the referee over to find out, "Hey, ref, what's the call here?" Because in high school rules, if you total more than 5 minutes in penalties, you are done for the day.
yeah,
And it's actually happened to me at a boys' game once, about maybe 3 years ago. I had this person was taking on sportsmanlike conduct penalties. He had like 1 minute, and he was like, "Okay, 2 more minutes," and then he ejected the player. And I said, "Oh, he was at 5 minutes anyway, so he's done." And he was actually suspended for the next game because he gave the officials the mouth of a lecture.
oh, okay,
We won't
yep,
say what he said, but it was interesting. And then I had a girls lacrosse game where it was Central against Eastern. The referees were not at its best, unfortunately. And I didn't know this. If a girl gets 2 penalties in one game, well, it's automatic 2 minutes. It's locked down. But if you do get 2 penalties on the same number in one game, you are done for the day.
yep,
And it did happen to me once, and I had to get clarification and everything because all the referees were worried about was ejecting this person. Like, okay, yeah, now you got to come to me because I'm the one who's got this book that I'm doing.
yeah,
Tell me what I need to write. So, and they don't really like to come to my box, put it that way.
yeah. It's a pretty interesting sport. More
Yes,
people.
I learned from it. It took me a long time to figure it out. Yes, I've gone to an indoor professional lacrosse game too. Unfortunately, the one in Mohegan Sun, they did move out. They aren't there anymore. But
Nope.
I enjoyed that. It was very interesting. Unfortunately, I had to see a fight, heaven forbid, but
Yeah, I know you don't like the fighting.
no, I don't like the fighting in hockey. When I looked at it, I just shook my head and said, "Oh God, I really wanted to see this."
Yeah,
But yeah, we should next spring. If I don't not too busy, I will take the invite from you and offer to go see the lacrosse team play.
okay. They usually play on the weekends or during the
That's
week.
fine. That's fine.
It's usually, I think, 6 or 7 o'clock sometimes.
That's
Or on the
fine.
weekends, like I think it's 1 o'clock game or something. It's all free.
That's fine. I'll take it.
Yeah, yeah,
So I think so. My invite to you for 2022 is get to a lacrosse game at CCSU.
yeah. It's the same building we watched the football in. goals.
Yup, more
So,
intense, a lot of goals. But yeah, I'm up to seeing for one. I think I'm ready to see a college game now. I've seen a lot of high school games as it is.
okay. We'll
So I
set a
think
date. We
so.
got
So
it.
you heard that on the air first. We're going to one.
Maybe we can do some live commentary from one.
We actually
Remember,
could. That's not a bad idea. We'll just
uh,
have to get the names and stuff, but but we'll
yeah,
follow the ball pretty much. So
I
but
mean, I am alumni of that school. I
yes,
should.
you are. So you have every right to be at any game, any event you want, any building you want.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You
I,
could go
I
into the
paid for some of
library,
those buildings.
right? And you got the and you can and since you're alumni, you get to go in there for free anytime you want.
Yeah. That, well, not for football or anything like that, but
No, football you had to pay. I get
I
it,
had
but
to
there
pay.
wasn't any tailgating anyway. People weren't big into tailgating anyway, so
Yeah,
not too much.
there's a
A
little bit
little,
of
not much.
not as big as the Huskies tailgating and stuff like
But
that.
yeah, I've seen that. That's ridiculous. That can be ridiculous.
Yeah, but
So, but
all right, we
anyway,
got
I'm glad
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. What do we got?
What do we got now? Well, let's see if Kadri's been suspended because I've been watching very closely about what's going on with this. Oh, what's this here?
But let's see what else is going on. The Yard Goats are kicking off their season with a pretty good
Yeah,
games and stuff.
I'm going Sunday, and I've heard they're doing okay. I've thought,
No,
what's this? Bruins are now up 3-0 on Washington. There's nothing about Kadri, so I think this thing's going to go later tomorrow, if possible. So
okay.
We'll see. I haven't seen. Oh, good. We're getting some more scrums. Oh, good. It's Tom Wilson again.
Tom Wilson,
boy.
our good friend Tom Wilson.
I'm telling you, if he's doing something stupid and if he just doesn't get another suspension for what he's doing, then I'm going to tell you something right now. There's going to be mayhem to pay.
Yep.
Because I've not been a big fan of him all year at all.
All right.
Don't get me wrong here. I know we still got 3 minutes. I haven't checked on the Red Sox score yet. Let me see.
I haven't checked on the Yankee yet, but
yeah, that's okay. You can do it after the show, possibly.
Yeah.
Okay, Charlie Coyle scored, but then what was going on after?
So you're going to Dunkin' Donuts Park on Sunday?
Yes, I'm going Sunday. Yes, full capacity. Even though there's no mask, you don't have to wear a mask. I'll still carry mine around with me just in case.
Full capacity, I would wear it, but
no, I'll have it on me. It doesn't matter. I will always have it on me regardless because you got to remember there's a lot of stores. Some stores are saying no, you don't have to. There are some stores that are, and
Yeah, I'll make it over to Yard Goats game. Hopefully one.
Yeah, no, I will. This will be my third. This will be my third time out of 4 years. So, oh, Dylan's popping them. Okay. Oh, geez, Wilson, you're taking it like a crybaby. Come on. Anyway, you got some other quickie news that we should know about? I know we covered that already pretty good.
Yeah, we covered the quickie news. We covered pretty much everything. I
mean, now we just have to keep our fingers crossed.
We get the downloaded.
Yeah, because like I said, folks, if we do not have episodes downloaded after next Friday, we are going to have to take a couple weeks pause again until we hear something.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. And I don't want to do that. How many weeks are we going to wait this time?
Yep.
It might be a couple weeks. It might be another month. Worst case scenario, I'll have to go on my Facebook and do my own little podcast real quick if I have to. But I'm going to go that route. But, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, please, Nutmeg. Please download our episodes. We've had enough of the town council and the churches and one episode of Crack of Dawn.
Yeah.
We need our episodes. Then we will keep going. Until then, you have until Memorial Weekend.
Yep. This has been the Sportsman Show. I've been your host, Joe Musel. Coachy.
Yep. And I'm Jason Coachy Careless. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Please continue, even though we hope we don't take the pause. Please continue to watch us on on our channel on our Nutmeg TV channel because the way we're going right now, please, I've had people call me a celebrity now at work. So
yeah.
So, all right, folks, have a great week, everybody. We'll do it again next
Yep.
week. See you later,
See you later,
Joe.
folks.
Good luck on your second vaccination.
Will do. Thanks.
Yep.